Hey everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you know how we do it over here. Yes, we do our super thanks first because these people, they come through to support and they don't have to. And I really, really appreciate them. So let's run that beautiful bean footage. All right, y'all, I want to give a really quick thanks to all of the readers who decided to come on through and support the channel. Like I said earlier, I really, really appreciate y'all. First up, I want to give a huge shout out to my girl, Baby Sis Doll. Baby Sis Doll is just everything. She is. She is funny. She is sweet. She's kind. She's insightful. She is just everything, and I am so grateful and so thankful that she is a ride or die and she is a part of this community. So thank you, baby sis Saab. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for coming through. And my girl, the ever faithful Eulette. Eulette is just the best. She is. She rides so hard for the read. She's so kind and she's so sweet. And she is just the quintessential reader she is. She is always down for the read, 10 toes down. So thank you, Eulette. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for coming through. And Hilda T came through. Yes, Hilda T is such a die-hard, ride or die. She is. When I was going through my situation with my channel, Hilda T was a hardcore ride or die. She was. She always came through. She always supported, and I will never forget her for that. So thank you, Hilda T. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being so faithful and so down with the read. Also, 2383521E came through. Yes, she did. She is everything she is, and she is so supportive. Now, she is not as vocal as some, but she is always writing hard for the read. She is. She's funny, she's sweet, she's kind, and she is faithful. So thank you, 2383521E. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And Kat Harlem, yes, the cool one. Yes, she came through again. Kat is the coolest. She's the kindest. She is the wisest. She is the best. And I am so lucky that she is a part of this community. Kat is just everything she is. So thank you, Kat. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being the coolest because you are. And last but not least, my guy Kevin Slims came through. Yes, Kevin came through. He is so faithful. He is so funny. He is so kind. He is everything. He is that guy. He is. And he is always coming through. He's always supporting. He is a ride or die, and I appreciate him so very much. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the super thanks, but thank you for being you and being a part of this community. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets, and let me tell you, I have been away for a little minute. Still not feeling 100%, but yes, feeling better, much better. And because we have not talked in a couple of days, of course, it is a lot to talk about. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about Meghan's birthday. It was yesterday, and let me tell you, people showed up and they showed out. They did. Meghan's birthday was global, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the breakdown, the continued breakdown of Willie and Kitty. I mean, it is no shame in their game. And that is meant in a bad way. Yes, I'm telling you. And they have started to ramp up the nonsense surrounding Invictus. We're going to talk about that. We have just so much to talk about. Y'all know I be digging. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And let's get to it. Y'all know how we do it. Yes, you lock in and understand that I'm not going to keep you long, but I will keep you entertained. And we're going to start with this right here. And of course, we're starting with Meghan's birthday. Yes, yesterday was Meghan's birthday. I know if you have been on these internet streets, you already know that. And y'all should have known that I would be bringing up the rear. I always am bringing up the rear because I love to see what the other squatties are saying, what kind of posts they are posting. I just like to experience it as it comes. I do. And then I'll come back and talk about it. So it's very rare that I post about something on the very same day because I like to see what other people are doing. And I wasn't feeling so well. So that's an excuse as well. But yes, my timeline was giving me life. It was. And from some surprising places. I mean, everybody was posting about Meghan's birthday, and that is including the rags. And it wasn't all bad either. So, yeah, Meghan absolutely dominated yesterday. Even though Beatrice announced that she had had her baby the day before, and somehow Buckingham Palace chose Meghan's birthday to announce it. I wonder why. They cannot help themselves from being sleazy and greasy, can they? I'm telling you, they're always doing something. But at this point, I wouldn't expect anything any different. What would surprise me if they acted in a reasonable and respectful manner. But I digress. Yes, Meghan dominated. She did. I mean, you name the news and entertainment entity, I will show you a post that they made about Meghan's birthday. Yes, Meghan is that girl. She is. She is global. She is a world citizen. She is bigger than that family. And I bet you that really, really hurts all of the left behinds over there across the pond. Yeah. And this squatty said, happy birthday to our beautiful princess. And as you can see, it started with Meghan as a baby, and it just hits every highlight of her life. Yes, her in high school, her in college, her as Rachel Zane, her getting married, her ending her royal role over there across the pond, and her thriving in Montecito, her and Harry with their babies. Yes, I love this post, and I chose it because it did exactly that. It hit every milestone of our Duchess's life. Yes, love it. And everybody posted about Meghan's birthday, but first off the bat was Invictus. Yes, Invictus said the Invictus Games Foundation would like to wish the Duchess of Sussex a very happy birthday. Yes, Invictus came on through, and I love it. And Hello Canada said, happy birthday to Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, the lifestyle entrepreneur, wife of Prince Harry, and mom to Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth, 45 today. Yes, beautiful picture of Meghan. Love it, love it. Hello Canada is a different animal from just hello. the one that originates across the pond. So yes, I love this. And I may have missed it, but I did not see a birthday post from Hello Magazine from across the pond. Now, if y'all saw it, put it in the comments, but I didn't see it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, because we all know what they're about. Yes, they're about the smear campaign, like the rest of those rags over there across the pond. And California Post, yes, they posted about Meghan's birthday and said Meghan Markle makes a splash on her 45th birthday with poolside photos. Yes, and as you can see, Meghan posted these pictures on her Instagram, and I'm telling you, everybody posted them. Meghan is worldwide in her black bikini. She is. And People Magazine, it came through and posted about Meghan's birthday and said Meghan Markle made a literal splash in new photos from 45th birthday celebration. Now, this squatty posted some very surprising posts about Meghan's birthday and said, now we need to talk. What really happened yesterday? And what this squatty is talking about is these posts, like from the Daily Mail, that says she looks amazing. And Meghan Markle makes a splash for her 45th birthday with new pool photos and said that she looked amazing and left it there. No dig, no little shady remark, nothing. Surprising. And Radar Online, of all news, so-called news entities, would post about Meghan's birthday and said, happy birthday to Meghan Markle. From Hollywood actress to Duchess of Sussex, Meghan has remained one of the world's most talked about public figures. Wishing her a year filled with happiness, success, and new beginnings. What y'all think about that? Spooky, isn't it? Because Radar Online is always posting some nonsense. I mean, stuff that they just pulled out of their arses and put on a post about Harry and Meghan. And they posted this for her birthday. Yeah, very shocking. And you want to hear the one that shocked me the most? Yes, it came from Fox News Entertainment. Fox News said this: happy 45th birthday, Meghan Markle. From suit star to the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan has built a remarkable journey that has taken her from Hollywood to the world stage. Today, she's celebrating another year filled with new business ventures, creative projects, and family life with Prince Harry and their two children in California. Wishing the Duchess of Sussex a wonderful year ahead. What do y'all think of that? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I mean, coming from places we didn't expect it to come from. I mean, respectful, acknowledging her achievements, and wishing her well for the upcoming year. I mean, I am absolutely gobsmacked. I mean, no shade, no nothing, behaving like legit news organizations and entertainment organizations. Can you believe that? Y'all have to tell me what y'all think of this in the comments. Now, Squatties didn't think much of it. I didn't think much of it either, because we all know the minute that they got through posting these posts about Meghan's birthday, they were going straight back on the bullshit. And on the bullshites, they did. But this squatty said, Radar Online, the Daily Mail, the Telegraph, and others who spent their time stirring shit, lying, spreading lies, and bullying Meghan were all praising her and wishing her a happy birthday yesterday. Don't be fooled by these trash publications. Exactly. We're not fooled by them. They are back on the bullshit as usual. But I must say, I am surprised. I am about the praise. No shade, just praise on a birthday. Shocking. And even that rag OK magazine posted this and said, Happy birthday to Meghan Markle, wishing the Duchess of Sussex a wonderful day as she celebrates another year. Happy birthday, Meghan Markle. Now, this is the same OK magazine that has posted nothing but nonsense about Meghan posting a picture of Diana's grave. You want an example? And look at this. All of these were posted within a 3-day period. I kid you not. King Charles genuinely shocked over Meghan Markle's unsettling photo at Princess Diana's grave. We all know that was a lie, but the truth can never get in the way of a good story. At least not for OK Magazine. And it says, according to insiders, King Charles was left extremely disappointed after Meghan Markle shared photos from Princess Diana's grave. And while Queen Camilla is said to be upset over the post as well. Yes, that old bed hopper who hopped in and out of Diana's bed the whole time Diana was married to Charles. And OK Magazine wants us to have some kind of feelings about that. Only rage, only disdain, only absolute disgust. But I digress. And this one, sources claim the king was extremely disappointed. And this one, according to a new report, King is said to be frustrated over Meghan Markle's decision to post photos of Princess Diana's grave. The same man who didn't give two shits about Diana when she was alive. But OK Magazine is out here doing the devil's work. Or should I say the wasp work? Because this is nothing but Clive Alderson shanking Charles on his way out the door. Because anybody that knows anything about this situation knows that Charles and the horse speaking on Diana is never going to get a positive response. And they planted story after story after story about Charles and the horse feeling some kind of way about this non-existent picture that Meghan supposed to have posted of Diana's gravesite. I mean, a totally made up story. I think Clive was trying to kill two birds with one stone, meaning that he got to smear Meghan and he also put the horse and Charles in a very vicarious situation, commenting on Diana, which always brings negative, and when I say negative, very negative blowback. Yes, look at this one. Meghan Markle's latest tribute to Princess Diana is sparking royal controversy. And last but not least, this one about Willie. Now, I believe this one because I believe Clive and Willie are absolutely strategizing, trying to come up with ways to somehow shank Charles on Clive's way out because Clive has always been on Willie's side. And the word on the curb is that Clive has been working for Willie within Charles's household. And that is the reason why Charles now suspects Clive of undermining him and that he is a mole. Now, this is what is being said on the curb. Now, I have no idea. This is just conversation that people are having. And they're saying that Clive got caught up. Yes, that somehow a trap was set and he got caught up. Yes, found out. And Charles no longer wants to have anything to do with him. He is Charles's private secretary in name only. He is no longer a trusted aide. He is just someone who is holding the title until he retires at age 60. Now, I don't know if any of this is true. I'm just telling you this is the word on the curb. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think about the conversation that is being held on the curb about Clive and Willie. That Willie had Clive in Charles's household as a mole. And we know that this is not unheard of because y'all remember what they did to Queen Elizabeth, Charles, and Prince Andrew. They got rid of her private secretary, the one that really looked after her and was loyal only to her, and replaced him. His name was Christopher Getz, and replaced him with Edward Young, Charles's man, the one that reported back to Charles, and the one Harry referred to as the Bee. Y'all remember that? Yes. And he was nothing but a mole within Queen Elizabeth's household. And he is the reason why Charles had as much power as he did, especially when the queen got really, really old. Harry has said it many times that they took advantage of a woman who was well into her 90s. And that is what Willie had did. He had put a mole, allegedly, in Charles's household. He really thought that Charles would never figure it out. And then here comes Theo Rycraft, the new one. And yeah, that's the word on the curb. And the word on the curb is Theo is going to be Charles's new private secretary. And he is very, very pro Harry. And it is said, the word on the curb. I got so much word on the curb, y'all. But it said, the word on the curb, that Theo Rycroft really feel the serious cancer that is infecting the body of the institution is Clive. And they need to cut it out. Clive is the reason why Charles and the family is so dysfunctional, because he has made it his business to destroy all relationships within Charles's family for his own power and the power of Willie. I'm just saying. Now y'all take it with a grain of salt, but that is just what is going on the curb, and that's the conversation that is being had. Y'all tell me what y'all think about what's going on the curb. Yes, tell me what you think about the word on the curb. I kind of believe it. I really do. But I digress, y'all. Y'all know I will go off on a tangent, and I just went off on a tangent. Now let me reel myself back in and talk about this last article saying that Willie is fuming. This is the last article that OK Magazine posted before that glorious happy birthday post. Yes, this is the rag that posted all of this nonsense last week. And the last one was Prince William is reportedly seeing red after Meghan Markle shared family photos from their visit to Princess Diana's childhood home. Below are the details, and they talk about he's fuming. Why is he fuming that his brother went to his mother's childhood home? Why? Why is he fuming? I don't know who is doing Willie's PR, but they are so inept, because when they plant stories like this, it makes him look very unhinged and unstable. I don't understand why they think this is a good look for him, because it's not. I'm just saying. And let's get back to Meghan's birthday. This is the post that she posted for her birthday. And as you can see, it's her jumping off of a ledge or some kind of embankment into a body of water. And I'm sure we'll hear why Meghan chose to do this, or maybe we might not hear anything, because who knows why Meghan chose to do it. But I am just so enjoying that Meghan always seems to surprise on her birthday and other special occasions. But This squatty posted Meghan's post and said, Meghan said, stop worrying about me. I'm jumping off of a ledge, having the best time of my life. It's my birthday. She says, thank you for the love. Laugh out loud with a heart emoji. Yes, Meghan absolutely enjoyed her birthday, and it was a delight just to see how happy Meghan was on her birthday. And of course, people drew parallels between Meghan and Princess Diana, which I don't mind. I really don't mind it because I love Princess Diana. But Meghan is her own person. She is. But this particular squatty said so much of what Meghan is and how she is so similar to my mom. They quoted Princess Harry. He said that I think he said it in the Oprah interview. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I must say, I like this post better. And it says, Meghan channeling Meghan. Happy 45th birthday. Beautiful. Enjoy your day. And this is a picture of Meghan in 2014. And of course, 2026. Yes, Meghan has not changed. She is still the same. And she doesn't copy people. She channels her own self. And it kind of irritates me a little bit when people say she is copying Diana or copying somebody. Meghan is an original, and you can go back and find anything that she is doing today. She has done it way back. And that includes the black bathing suit that they tried to say that Meghan was copying Diana. Well, we went back and found plenty of times that Meghan was wearing a black bathing suit, including when she was a 13-year-old girl. So miss me with that copying nonsense. Meghan doesn't copy anybody. She is an original. And this squatty said Meghan trolling her trolls on her birthday is hashtag black swimsuit. Yes, Meghan is living her life. She does not pay them any mind, these trolls, talking about she is copying Diana. No, she and Diana are similar in their tastes and similar in their personalities. And if you don't believe it, you can trace it all the way back with Meghan. You can go back into her childhood. This is who Meghan is. She hasn't changed. Not at all. She's still the same person she was when she was 13, 14, and on and on. She still has those core values. Maybe her style has evolved some as she has grown older, but it is her style. She is not copying anybody. People are copying her. And look at this, L Japan is talking about Meghan's birthday and says Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, celebrated her birthday earlier this week. She posted a picture reportedly taken by her friend at the birthday party. She is showing off her figure in a one-piece swimsuit. Yes, L Japan is talking about Meghan and her birthday. And also, L Japan posted this as well and talked about Meghan's style. That's why I said Meghan is not copying anybody. Meghan has her own style, and people copy her. L Japan said, adult summer casual coordinates that shine. Check out the latest fashion of the Duchess of Sussex. Yes, L Japan is posting about Meghan's fashion. You don't see them posting about anybody else because the others only copy the blueprint. And this squatty posted this from the Telegraph. Even they had something nice to say about Meghan. It says, however you feel about the Duchess of Sussex, it's difficult to deny that she has style. Well, it wasn't so difficult back maybe a year or two ago. Only recently you can come to terms with the fact that Meghan is the most stylish royal it is because the world has validated that. And now you are just recently coming to terms with it. The squatty that reposted this, which is SK, said, even haters understand she's a fashion icon. and that they need to get it right. Meghan isn't reinventing herself. She stayed true to her style before and after this royal malarkey. Where is the lie? Where is it? Like I said, you can go back and just archive Meghan's looks. Meghan hadn't changed her style. She has only refined it. And this squatty said, what I love about the birthday post I'm seeing about this gem from non-squatties and royal adjacent media is that they focus on who she is as a person, her advocacy, her work, etc. She's being presented rightly as a well-rounded, accomplished woman she is. Exactly, which is so surprising. In past years, it has been only shady posts, taking shots at her, trying to belittle her and diminish her accomplishments. This year is an improvement. Could it be better? Yes, but it is definitely a sea change. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And of course, Meghan's birthday was leading the way as the top story of the day. Tell me you're that girl without telling me you're that girl. And also, Meghan posted a little video. She did, and it's her dancing around her kitchen and just having a good time. And she has a t-shirt on that says, "It's giving Mrs." And we all know why Meghan put this t-shirt on, because they have started that crazy rumor up again that somehow her and Harry are divorcing. But we'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, she had her t-shirt on and she was dancing to Stevie Wonder, his song Happy Birthday that he wrote for Martin Luther King's birthday. And this is a song that is traditionally played in a Black American household and a part of Black American culture. So I'm sure that Meghan grew up with this song playing at her birthday parties. But I digress. It was just so good to see Meghan so happy and so carefree. Now, as you can see, I have played the clip, but I did not include the audio. So I want you to go over to Meghan's page, watch the video, and give our girl some love, and just absolutely do that for her birthday, because this clip is so cute. It is so cute. And the reason why I didn't include the audio was because I want you to go over to Megan's page and give her a like and show her some love and re-watch this cute, cute, cute video. And the squatty that posted this said, yes, it's giving Mrs. Indeed. And it is so crazy to me that all of these ugly old hags, these skanks, these derangers, these toadies, these haters, these flying monkeys, and even members of that crazy ass household that they call a monarchy over there really think that Meghan is going to divorce or give up her good husband. We don't do that in America. When we find a good man, we hold on to him, and vice versa. So I don't know what these people think, that people just going to divorce each other because they love each other. Because if you are blind, crippled, and crazy, you still can figure out that Harry and Meghan love each other. This squatty goes on to say, it's Mrs. His Royal Highness Henry Charles Albert David, the Duchess of Sussex. To you haters, choke on it. Yes, indeed. They think Meghan gonna give up her good man. I just cackle every time I hear that nonsense. And here's another cackle. This squatty said in 3, 2, 1, UK media, Meghan fake tiara proof that she can't let royal life go. It's a joke, but I'm just waiting for one unhinged tabloid to actually run with the headline. And before this squatty got it out of their mouths, the Sun had ran the headline. I kid you not. It says, Mega move. Meghan Markle dance around in a birthday tiara while Harry says, oh dear. And when you go watch the video over on Meghan's page with the audio, Harry is saying, oh dear, because Meghan is putting birthday hats on the two dogs. But they want to try to say that he's saying, oh dear, because Meghan is dancing around and being happy. These people are so sinister. They really are. And it says in new video as she celebrates turning 45. Yes, he did say, oh dear. But he was talking about the dogs. And she did not have on a tiara. She had on a headband that says happy birthday. Here in America, we wear the same kind of headband with reindeer antlers on them. Yes, for Christmas. And we wear the same kind of headbands for Halloween, maybe that has bunny ears. It is a headband. It is not a tiara. And I'm going to say this. Meghan, if given a choice, would probably prefer that headband that says happy birthday to any of the diamond and jeweled tiaras that is in the royal collection. Why? Because Meghan knows exactly what goes along with all of those jewels. You have to sell your soul to wear those tiaras. And Meghan has made herself perfectly clear that that price is too high for her. If Meghan cared about a tiara, she would have stayed over there and put them on her head. She never did. She cares more about dancing around her kitchen with a headband that says happy birthday than any tiara that they have in the royal vaults. And of course, we were going to get this kind of story from the Daily Fail. It says, a dance around Meghan's brand new kitchen. Hidden details in Duchess' birthday video shows revamped space at her $11 million Montecito mansion, including two islands, tile inspired by her love of Portugal, and pot filler tap. And as you can see, they absolutely put numbers on each and everything that they wanted to highlight. We have saw this time and time again. Now, I didn't read the story and see if they put prices on them too, but all I can say, if they did, Meghan and Harry paid for each and every one of those items in that kitchen, including the kitchen that is in the house. And that 11 million pounds that they quoted as the value of the house is no longer the value of the house. The house has tripled in value and now is worth upward of $30 million. So get it right. You absolutely want to play down the value now that the value has gone up. Just absolutely tell it the way it is. Harry and Meghan has a buttload of equity in that house. They'll never be broke because their house continues to grow in value. The squatty that came up under this post said, how sad that journalists are actually pricing items in kitchens. One thing I will say, it's all paid for by themselves, not one bit of taxpayer funds or duchy. Exactly. Everything that they have marked off was paid, bought and paid for by Harry and Meghan. I bet you that right there stings because it is a reminder that Harry and Meghan owes them nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing. And this squatty reposted that same article saying that Harry and Meghan had revamped their kitchen and said this, Are these people stupid? We have seen many pictures of Meghan's kitchen, and there has been no renovation. The tiles and the two islands, the pot filler, the lighting is all the same. Exactly. They are constantly trying to create some content, something to try to motivate people to engage with them. They really are in need of the clicks and views because at the end of the day, they are circling the drain. Circulation for their physical copies that they sell every day has fallen off a cliff. And we all know what the digital traffic for the Daily Mail and the Mail Plus. Yes, it's declining month by month by month. So they're doing everything that they can to try to make a dollar off the back of Harry and Meghan. The only two royals that they can make a dollar off of their backs because the rest of them couldn't get people to buy cold water in the Mojave Desert. This squatty said, "We really came a long way, guys, because a few years ago they used to write articles about how Meghan wasn't invited to Barack Obama's birthday." I remember that. I do. I cannot, y'all. And this squatty said, "Mrs. is aging like fine wine. She looks as youthful as she did when she was younger. When you live a purpose-driven life with joy, peace, love, kindness, and happiness, this is how you age backwards. When you're unbothered by the noise and having fun. Happy birthday, Meghan, 45 years young." She does. She looks so young in this video. Meghan looks way younger without makeup. She does. And this squatty said, according to Elizabeth Soryu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, on the YouTube, Duchess Meghan received birthday wishes from over 40 countries. Who else within that family can command such love and attention worldwide? And the rags and haters say she's irrelevant. Yeah, right. She is the most relevant of all. Exactly. Because she's the only one I know received 40 birthday wishes from all over the world. Wow, 40 different countries. What y'all think about that? It makes me chuckle. And another squatty came up under that post and said, "It seems since that family unleashed this unending smear campaign on Prince Harry and Meghan way after they had left, the other European monarchies have had enough and they have distanced themselves from the British monarchy." Y'all, I have noticed that. We have not seen hide nor hair of any of the other European royal families. We have not. Some of them got their own problems. Some of them got their own JE problems, if you know what I mean. But the other ones, they have painted the British royal family invisible. They have. It's as if they don't want to have anything to do with them. And I agree with this squatty. A lot of it has to do with how they have treated Harry and Meghan. And because of their treatment of Harry and Meghan, it has pulled the curtain back and people have been able to see the monarchy for what it is. And when you pull that curtain back, it is a lot of ugliness. It's a lot of evil. It's a lot of nastiness. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of treachery. It is a lot of backstabbing. It is not the fairy tale. And because of that, they have suffered. They have. I saw an article today, and I might highlight it in my next podcast, where they admit that their treatment of Harry and Meghan has damaged the monarchy. And all I can say to that is, no shit, Sherlock, because they really tried it. They did. And they really thought they could get away with it because they got away with it with Diana. But what they didn't factor in was the fact that Diana did not have social media. Social media has made the difference between Diana and Harry and Meghan. Because if Diana had had social media, she would still be alive today. She did not have the support of social media like Harry and Meghan does. And because of that, they did not anticipate how damaging the blowback would be to them. They were playing an antiquated game. They were playing the game of the 90s, the same game they played on Diana. But they forgot this is the 2020s. Yes, this is 2026. And people have access to information and they have at their fingertips the ability to push back on a lie in real time. And because of that, their game did not play out like it did with Diana. It did not play out the same with Harry and Meghan. And that is the reason why they are much more damaged by the smear campaign than Meghan and Harry ever will be. And that little dumbhead, Tom Sykes, his whole Substack is about Meghan jumping into a body of water. I don't know if it's a pool. I don't know if it's like a natural body of water. I don't know where Meghan was at. But his whole Substack is about that. And the title of it is Who Jumps into a Pool with Helium Balloons? Well, Meghan does. Meghan does. And that is the reason why Meghan is interesting and the rest of them are not. They need to jump into more pools with helium with helium balloons. Maybe somebody would pay them some attention. Now, I did not read this Substack. I am not interested in what Tom Thumbhead Sykes says about Meghan and her birthday. I mean, get a life, would you? I mean, Meghan cannot even have her birthday without you hunting up the place. And this squatty said, bruh, this is weird as hell, Royalist. Tom Sykes, it's a damn birthday photo, not a crime scene. Every time the Duchess of Sussex posts something, it feels like you're determined to turn it into a controversy. At some point, this stops looking like royal reporting and starts looking like a creepy fixation. Not everything Meghan does requires a negative spin. Cover some actual news. Start to think that you're a effing sick individual fixated on a woman you don't even know. Seek help, dude. I love this post. And the reason I love it is because it comes from someone who is rational, who sees Tom Sykes exactly for what he is. And that is batshit crazy. He is completely batshit crazy. Look it up. If you look up batshit, he'll be right there. I mean, right under the definition with that old goofy smile and them jacked up teeth. But I digress. And this is why the smear campaign has failed. Because rational thinking people, reasonable people, normal people know that Meghan, the Meghan that we see when she comes out of her house, is not the person that these people try to make her out to be. Their narrative just doesn't quite sell. And people, rational people, good people, common sense people, this woman can't get everything wrong. Now, they're willing to believe that maybe one thing she does is cringe, or two things she does may be negative or could be perceived as negative. But everything she does, these people have something negative to say about it or some way to make it into a negative narrative. And rational people, normal people, People who are rational thinkers is willing to apply logic looks at this and see these people as batshit crazy. You are fixated, dude. That's what this person said. Let's continue that theme of them being crazy because look at this. This was in the Mirror, I think, and it says Meghan Markle's birthday clashed with two major royal events. And you want to know what those two royal events are? You sit down, you know, get get steady because this one is really going to shock you. The first one happened on August the 4th, 1983. And you know what that was? That was Prince William being christened. So that clashed with Meghan's birthday yesterday. And the second one that clashes with Meghan's birthday is the Queen Mother, who has been dead 24 years. And her and Meghan share a birthday. So, because of that, Meghan's birthday clashes with the Queen Mother's birthday, who's dead. They actually wrote an article about that, trying to somehow diminish Meghan's birthday, saying that it clashed with two royal events. Her birthday, that she had no control over. Meghan has no control over when she was born, but yet and still, they wrote this article. The Queen Mother died 24 years ago. I am not exaggerating. They had the nerve to write an article about that. And this squatty said, I kid you not, a pretend journalist wrote this, a full article on how on Meghan's first birthday, 4th of August, 1982, was the day Prince William got christened. I don't know what we should do with that information. Apparently, Meghan has been overshadowing royal events even before she met Harry. Looks like they were born to be in her shadow, no matter the size of the crown. Exactly. Yes, that is an article that they actually wrote. And I think that they were trying to associate William with Meghan because Meghan had such a big response to her birthday. So they always are trying to piggyback off of Meghan. And this was an angle for them to attach his name to hers in order to get some PR. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. This is so funny to me. I cannot. It is no low that these people are not willing to go. I mean, it is mind blowing at this point. And I'm going to touch on this just for a minute because it's ridiculous, it's stupid, and I am just talking about it just to let y'all know to get ready for another wave of Harry and Meghan is going to get a divorce. They are saying that the palace is preparing for what would happen if Harry and Meghan got a divorce. And a lot of squatties are saying that this is nothing but projection because the couple who is really in trouble is not Harry and Meghan. Meghan is dancing around her kitchen with a t-shirt on that says it's giving Mrs. Now, that's not someone who has any intentions on divorcing their husband. And I really believe that this is the reason why Meghan wore this t-shirt, to let them know, don't start that mess up again because we're good over here in Montecito. But yeah, they done started that up. And OK Magazine has really turned into a rag. I think it always has been a rag, but this past week it has been churning out nothing but nonsense. I mean, some of it is liable nonsense. Now, they lie, but some of it is vicious and is very defamatory. So, yeah, this is starting to ramp up again, and I think it's coming out of Buckingham Palace. It's coming from Clive. Clive is over there just kicking and rolling around on those 400-year-old rugs because he has lost control of Charles. And because of that, he is out here just planning stories and stories and stories. Like I said earlier, the word on the curb is that he is collaborating with Kensington Palace, but I don't know. That's just the word on the curb. But it seems funny how OK Magazine is just starting to spin out all of these stories all of a sudden. And all of them are negative towards Meghan and really not putting Charles and his horse in a very good light. But I digress. This is what it says. It says, could this be the royal contingency plan nobody expected? Yeah, nobody expected because the happily married couple, the one who really looks like they love each other, y'all are always talking about their divorcing. And the ones who never ever sit by each other, and when they do sit by each other, you can fit a whole person in between them. You want us to believe that they're so in love. It is ridiculous. It says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle facing a fresh divorce speculation after a report claims Buckingham Palace is quietly preparing for what could happen if the couple ever calls it quits. And in the article, it talks about how Charles will support Harry. He'll be on his side and on and on and on. And my whole thing is this: if you can support your son in divorce, why can you not support him in a happy marriage? That's what I want to know. Why is it that you all of a sudden turn into a good father when he divorces Meghan? And this is another reason why I am believing the word on the curb, because nobody in their right mind would think that this is something that would make the king look good. I mean, putting it out there for everyone to see that you are willing to support your son in divorce, not in a happy marriage. It's not a good look. It really isn't a good look for the person who's supposed to be the head of the church. I cannot with these people. It has to be Clive shanking him on the way out. But Meghan had the answer for all of them. Meghan went and put on a t-shirt that said, "It's given, Mrs." That was her telling them, ain't nobody getting a divorce over here. You need to look in your own front yard before you get on a plane and travel 5,000 miles over here to Montecito, because we good over here. And if you don't understand and cannot figure out the difference between a couple who love one another and one who tolerates one another, then you have a bigger problem in that monarchy than if Harry and Meghan is going to divorce or not. And I just love the way Meghan handled it. Meghan put on her t-shirt that says, "It's giving Mrs." and danced around the kitchen. And that's the only reason I did this story, because I wanted to explain why Meghan had that shirt on. At least the reason why I believe she had it on. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And I wanted to post this. This is an article also about Meghan and her birthday. And they wrote this article saying that Meghan Markle told to eat humble pie and make one move for the Sussex brand to succeed. Yes, they have been trying to humble Meghan ever since she got over there. Ever since she placed her size 7.5 Aquazzura pump on that island nation, their ultimate goal has been to humble the black lady, and Meghan has not obliged them. You can go on these internet streets, and it's so much chatter over there where the flying monkeys are. where the ugly old hags, the toadies, the derangers, and all the trolls, and their whole talk is about humbling Meghan. Meghan needs to be humble. And when they talk about Charles's death and Willie and Kitty ascending to the throne, it's not about being happy for them. It's not about anticipating a great reign from King William and Queen Catherine. No, it's not about that. It's about how Harry and Meghan will have to bow to Willie and Kitty. I kid you not. They absolutely go to bed and have wet dreams about that. They want Meghan to be humble. This is an article, and the title of the article is Meghan Markle told to eat humble pie and make one move for the Sussex brand to succeed. And the parts that this squatty has highlighted said Meghan needs a critical friend who would advise her to eat humble pie and look at a gradual return to Britain. Yes, they want her to crawl back. That has been their fantasy ever since Harry and Meghan left. Y'all remember how they used to sit around on those panel shows and talk about how everything for Harry and Meghan was going to end up in tears and they were going to come back to Britain with their tails between their legs. Y'all remember that? They thought that Harry and Meghan was like Edward and Sophie, that they wasn't going to be able to make it. They wasn't going to survive the smear campaign. But when Harry and Meghan made it, they didn't crash and burn. All of a sudden now, Meghan needs to eat humble pie. She needs to humble herself and return to Britain. And the squatty highlighted this other part that said Mark suggested that she shouldn't give up on making products of this type, he said. I would have another crack at it getting it right with a good team to make documentaries and lifestyle TV that is really good and where Meghan can use her best assets. This is them pretending like Harry and Meghan, especially Meghan, is not a success, that she hadn't had successes. Everything Meghan has touched has been a success. She has had 2 podcasts, both award winning. She has had a television show, which has been nominated for an Emmy. She has a movie coming out in a few days that will be in theaters that she and Prince Harry executive produced and could be nominated for an Oscar. She has a lifestyle brand that she created from whole cloth that even they have to admit has made millions upon millions of dollars. So I don't understand how that is considered unsuccessful and she needs to rebrand and eat humble pie. For what? The people who buy her products, the people who watch her content, the people who support her do not want her to be humble. So I don't understand who she is supposed to humble herself to. It is the most ridiculous thing. But we all know who they want her to humble herself to. And that would be the 2 mediocres. Yes, a future king and queen dumb as a rock. Their goal was for Harry and Meghan, the 2 exceptional ones, the ones who had to shine, to look at the back of the heads of 2 mediocre individuals who would not be in the positions that they're in except for happenstance, meaning that one slipped out of the right birth canal and the other one was good at running a honeypot. And I want to talk about this article real quick. It's going to be the last one. And the title of the article is Royals Living on Edge and Keeping Close Eye on Meghan Markle Years After Megxit. Exclusive. Former royal butler has weighed in on how Meghan Markle's relationship with the royal family has changed since she and Prince Harry left the UK. These people are still talking about this nonsense and talking about they're keeping an eye on Meghan. Keep an eye on what's going on over there because Meghan is not even thinking about you. Harry and Meghan are living their lives. That is the reason why that family is so unsuccessful because they're so busy watching other people when they can be using that same time to improve themselves. I mean, these people never even think about leveling up. All they think about is watching Harry and Meghan and copying what they do. And that includes Charles and his horse. And it's a reason why they will never ever reach Harry and Meghan's level because Harry and Meghan are always forward leaning. They're always looking for the next project. They're always looking to level up. But the left behinds, they are always looking for the money shot, the PR gimmick, the easy way. And that right there is their downfall because they copy Harry and Meghan, but they don't copy the work ethic. This squatty that posted this says, this headline is saying a lot. Wake up, British people, and read between the lines. Your royals care nothing about you. Their main focus is the biracial royal family in Montecito, California. They have no interest in you, the British taxpayers. Their interest lies in Montecito, California. Where's the lie? Why are you keeping an eye on a family that is 5,000 miles away and does nothing but mind their business? I mean, notorious at minding their business. But the reason they keep an eye on them is because of their own insecurities and their own shortcomings. And this is a repost. And the original post reposted that same article and said, this headline makes the palace look ridiculous. Hashtag cringe, hashtag not a flex. Exactly. Exactly. And the squatty that reposted it said, you only live on the edge and keep a close eye on someone when you are terrified of what they will say about you. It says otherwise, if you didn't do anything wrong to Meghan, you wouldn't be worried. Now, would you? Great point. Great point. Because we all know they did some really nasty stuff, underhanded stuff, some real vicious stuff. And Meghan has not said a word about it. She said on the CBS mornings, Sunday morning, you remember that time? She said she has only scratched the surface. Yes, I'm sure Meghan could really undo that family, but she chooses not to because she loves her husband and she knows how it would hurt him. So she keeps quiet and they still will not leave her alone. It is mind boggling to me that these people keep poking the bear. And then when the bear bites their head off, they want to play victim. Crazy. And this squatty said the only person that they should keep an eye on is that PDF in the palace, aka Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Exactly. Stop it. It makes no sense. This is why I said this family is in trouble because they succeeded the high ground. I mean, they pulled back the curtain and we saw all the dirt. And now, every time that they try to act as if they're better than or try to take the moral high ground, it is just too many receipts to say, nah, partner. They do not have the mystique anymore. When the queen died, the mystique died, and it was lowered down in those tombs with her. And now you have a bunch of people that people see exactly who they are. And nobody is going to treat them like they treated the queen. People are just not going to give them the level of respect that they used to get in the past, nor the deference. And I have a few more things I want to talk about. Cameron the Pipsqueak Walker announced breaking royal baby news. It says the royal family, which is Charles and his horse, Her Royal Highness Princess Eugenie and Mr. Jack Brooksbank, are delighted to announce the safe arrival of their daughter, born on Monday the 3rd, August 2026 at 6:20 p.m. at a hospital in Lisbon, Portugal. The baby was born, weighed 6 pounds, 9 ounces. What a cutie! What a cutie patootie! And not showing the baby's face. Never heard of before orgy, but okay. Also, if I'm wrong about this, put it in the comments. But I don't think royal babies were born outside of the UK until Princess Lilibet. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. But I don't think I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. Also, day before yesterday was Abigail Spencer's birthday, and this squatty said happy birthday to the talented Abigail Spencer, Meghan's soul sister, and it also was my favorite president's birthday as well. This squatty said on this day in 1961, Barack Obama was born. Happy 65th birthday. Yes, he has lived a life, has he not? And the notorious JTB wanted to remind us that Cookie Queens lands in theaters tomorrow. It does. And I am going to post a link over on my Patreon so you can get your tickets ahead of time. So all you have to do is just walk in the theater. Yes, I'm excited. I am a little over 8 miles from the theater where it will be showing. I am happy that it will be in my town. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I'm going to order my tickets today. Yeah, so I can go with ticket in hand and enjoy Cookie Queens. I cannot wait. So big dreams, great friendships, a story worth showing up for. Watch the official trailer of Cookie Queens and grab your tickets in theaters August 7th, which is tomorrow. Yes, so excited. All right, y'all. Y'all know I love spending time with you, and I will be back really, really soon because I still have a lot of stuff I want to talk to you about that I could not jam into this particular podcast because I was talking so much about Megan's birthday. But I will be back soon, and we will discuss. Also, if you want to support the channel, so many ways, look below. Click the 3 dots and you'll see the super thanks, and you also might see the hype button. And if you do, hype this video up because boy does it help the channel. It really, really does, and it absolutely grows our tribe. So hype your girl up. And also, if you want to be a part of the reading club and a channel member, we have a link below. We also have plenty ways to support the channel in my bio. We have Zelle, we have PayPal, we have Buy Me a Coffee. And if you don't want to support me here, just scurry on over to patreon.com/The Royal Read. I have a reading club over there as well. And you can join for free if you like because I'm always posting over there as well. All right, y'all. Y'all are the best, and I'll see y'all a little later. Bye.